Hello and welcome back. It's been a couple of days because I've been away doing some band rehearsal things from our upcoming tour. Today, I wanted to visit the new Job for a Cowboy album. From this one, I've listened to Agony Sleeping Storm and Forever Rot because they released those singles like ages ago. I think before they even announced that they were doing an album. And yeah, my voice is still a little fucked from being sick. But I thought we would give a try to The Sun Gave Me Ashes, So I Sought Out the Moon. And the reason I picked this one is that it kind of ties in the SVNEATR album and the Moon Healer album. I thought it was like, it was like the clashing of worlds or the clashing of albums or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I've been aware of Job for a Cowboy since their Doom EP when I was just a wee lad. To date, they're really the only deathcore band I give a shit about. I remember watching in the very earliest days of YouTube the fucking, what was it? The SpongeBob music video for Knee Deep. That is a core memory of me and sort of branching out and discovering death metal, honestly. But yeah, so let's check out The Sun Gave Me Ashes, So I Sought Out the Moon. It's only 4 minutes. It's nice and short. We'll plow through it. I was kind of hoping I would maybe be able to do a music video, but all of them were kind of old, and 2 of them were for the songs I already did. So we're just going to listen to it, give it a listen. Okay. Okay, I like this part. The intro was kind of iffy, but that thing with the bass line sounded very death-like to me, so that's cool. I've always liked his vocals too. I think his name's Johnny or Davey or Johnny Davey or whatever the fuck. But I've always liked his vocals. So. Very technical, but I'm liking this proggy kind of format they got going. It's very prevalent on SVNEATR album too. Nice. This is a cool solo. I like the bass, the sound of it on this one, really cool. Cool. It ends rather abruptly. So yeah, that was The Sun Gave Me Ashes, So I Sought Out the Moon. I thought it was a pretty cool track. I kind of liked this. What I like about newer Job for a Cowboy, and they've done this basically since Ruination, and particularly that song Ruination. They have a really good sound and a really good way of using string picked open notes and stuff like that, like arpeggios and shit like that, to create a really cool atmosphere. That, I think, combined with their sort of technical sound of, again, the newer stuff, I think is really cool. I really like their use of dynamics. So, especially in this song, they had like 3 sections of like really short, maybe 30 seconds, probably even less, of like these like atmospheric kind of passages where, you know, it's a little bit more of the string picking. And I think they had a clean section on one hand, and towards the end they have that little guitar solo thing coming in. But I like that quite a bit. I think it breaks up this, it kind of gives you a chance to think about the extreme riffs and then sort of like, okay, settle back down, and then it comes back at you with sort of the extreme technical riffing. And I think that combination works really well for them. So that's, I think, what I like about this band in particular. But yeah, I just thought it was a cool song. The guitar solo was really good. I thought I liked that. You know, it doesn't sound like everybody else's guitar solo quite so much. I like that they were using a little bit of the heavier, like the lower strings with the palm mutes, and then sort of going into the higher end section. And they didn't overplay it. It wasn't like stupid sounding. The riffs might take a while to digest. I think they played, I don't think they repeated any riffs throughout the entire song. And they were switching them basically every 30 seconds or so. So a lot happening in that song. A lot of cool riffs, a lot of cool ideas. They probably could have made a bunch of songs out of that one song, and it was only 4 minutes long. So I think that's really cool. I think musically there's a lot of ideas going on, and I think it flowed quite well. Again, I think it's because of the atmospheric passages, these sort of like moments. It sort of gives you a little bit of clarity going into the next technical section. Vocals sound really cool. He sounds basically the same. I don't think his vocals have changed too much since the early days, although he's not doing the breeze as much. They did have sort of a breakdown section, but it was kind of just again, more of the atmospheric kind of thing. It wasn't like a brutal, you know, hitting the China cymbal and fucking, you know, aping out. I think it was a little bit more melodic than that in some ways, but it was just sort of like mellow. And I think that's cool. I mentioned the bass guitar. I think the bass sounded really good. They did have that like sort of like classic death sound sort of towards the early stages of it, and I think that bass sounded pretty good. I thought it could have been maybe just a touch louder, but you know, my headphones are not particularly loud at the moment. Pretty sure if I adjust the volume and shit, it adjusts it for you guys too, so I don't want to fuck around with my settings too much. But yeah, cool song. I liked the Agony Sleeping Storm, and I liked the Forever Rod as well. I'll have to check out the rest of the album when I got a sec. Like I said, Job for a Cowboy I think are a cool band. They're one of the only deathcore, although I don't think they really play deathcore too much these days. It's kind of just more technical progressive metal or death metal. So I don't know if that moniker really sticks to them as well, but yeah, I think they're just a cool band. So yeah, that was Job for a Cowboy. Check out Moon Healer. I believe they are on Metal Blade. So if this video gets blocked, fuck me. I will leave it there, and we'll see you next time. That was Job for a Cowboy. That was Vibes of Steel. Deuce.